Hi guys, it's Kat and it is Thursday. I am really excited to be joining you today. I haven't seen you since Monday, so how you doing? I hope everybody's having a fantastic week and it's rounding out well. I am popping on at an odd time right now because I've been crazy busy. Can you tell I didn't shower today? It's been one of those days. I've been traveling for work and I've been chasing my tail all day. But I had to take a break and I wanted to share a little story with you. And the story I want to share with you is when I got in my car last night at the airport. And I was on my way home, I was driving, and my car smelled like Savannah, Georgia at night. Now, that might mean nothing to you guys, but one of my favorite aunts, my cousins, lived in Georgia and we used to go visit them almost every year. And that smell, the fragrance in my car, brought me back. I could remember playing with my aunt's dogs. I could remember taking the walks. They lived in a beautiful house along a golf course. We'd walk at night along the golf course. And it made me remember all of her amazing cooking. She is the person that I aspire to cook like because her meat was like the most succulent you've ever seen or tasted in your entire life. So my point is, this smell brought me back and it brought me so many amazing memories. And I started thinking when I was driving home, and I hate to say this, I feel awful saying this, but I started wondering about things that she had given me because she was a very generous person. I'm sure that I had gotten gifts in my life, but I have to say, I couldn't remember one of them, but I could remember our experiences together. So then, of course, it started me thinking about an article that I read on the way home on the plane in the American Way magazine. And the article that I want to share with you guys, some points that I got out of it, was the article was Materialistic people are the least satisfied. And it was written by an economist and author, Brett Graff. And I want to talk a little bit about this article and how it kind of affected me, and it got me, of course, thinking on the way home. So basically, it was really talking about our children, and it was talking about how our children have thousands, it seems like, of toys, right? But they'll beg for months. You finally give them what they want, and then a couple weeks later, they're like over it, right? They've forgotten about this brand new shiny toy. And the question is, why? How does that happen? And what happens is that our brain is designed to be adaptable. We were created in a way that we adapt to what's going on around us. For example, I often wonder how those people that live on the railroad tracks can stand it, but they don't even hear the train going by. They don't even hear it. You ever know somebody that has one of those grandfather clocks in their house and it dings every hour and every half hour? Guess what? They're accustomed to it. They don't even hear it going off. So what happens is that we get these toys and the joy of it wears off because it's adaptable. We adapt to having this toy and it's no big deal. And then the quest for the next retail possession it creates itself, right? And we as parents, of course, feel like we want to give our children everything. So we buy more and we create this cycle. And what we do is we teach our children how to be materialistic. And this is a very bad thing. So I just want to talk about materialistic people that need those things. And it said that people that are materialistic are more anxious, they're more depressed, they're less satisfied with life in general, and they're more likely to have alcohol or drug abuse issues. So, that's kind of interesting, right? So the question turns into, well, if this is the case, how do we help our children to, we don't want to not give them things, but we don't want to make them into people that aren't happy with life. So the answer is, instead of giving them things, give them experiences. Now, I don't know if you guys had watched I had a video on your legacy and creating your legacy, and how your legacy isn't what you leave your children, but the memories that you've shared together. And this kind of goes on to the same thing. I can say that I did some research too early this morning, and it did say that now they have found through studies that smell is the number one trigger for memories, even more now than they used to think that music and smell were the same. It's more than music can trigger a memory. So smell is the number one thing. So they say to do things with our children, give our children experiences. And what this is going to do is a few things. I didn't realize this, but it says that our brain, after a good experience, not only remembers that good experience, but it refines the memory. So say you had a great experience and it was like 90% great. Over time, we refine it, that anything that wasn't perfect about it, it goes way back to the back of our brain and we don't even think about it. We think about the refined, awesome experience. So when we can give our children wonderful experiences, we're creating memories for them, we're making them better individuals, and this is our legacy that we're creating. One thing I do want to say also about children, when children have an experience to talk about, it makes them more interesting. And the article went on to say that the greatest predictor of human happiness, listen to this, the greatest predictor of human happiness is the quantity and quality of social relationships. So if our children can become more interesting and cultivate relationships around them based on stuff other than things, we're doing them so much good that's what it's all about. So that's all I've got for you today. I did want to say that stories, this is kind of a little bit of a story I got out of the article, that stories from experiences are gifts that cannot be seen or touched, but can be felt for a lifetime. So guys, that's all I've got for you today. I thought it was really powerful. Listen, I've had times in my life when I've been more materialistic than other times, when I've gotten caught up in things that I thought were important. But I can tell you from personal experience, I was never satisfied. I was searching for something, and those materialistic things I might have thought were going to do it, and they never did. So when you can fulfill yourself with experiences, love, relationships, spirituality, whatever it is that's going to feed you and you can pass through you to your children or your loved ones, you're going to be happier for it. So thank you so much if you joined me. Francine, I see you. Ron, it's so great to see you too. I hope you're feeling well. Guys, this is a beautiful day here, at least in Massachusetts, and spring is coming. So thank you so much for joining me. If you're joining me on a replay, I hope that you enjoyed it. Please share it with your friends, and I'd love for you guys to join me more often. So thanks, guys. Have a great night. Take care. Bye-bye.